Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Totalbiscuit. I'm here to ask and answer one simple question. WTF is Kung Fu Strike? Kung Fu Strike. Well, one would imagine it's some kind of brawler, and you would be correct in that assumption. It is by a company called Qooc, who have made and brought you absolutely nothing of note. Alright, let's give this one a try, shall we? So, the first problem I have with the game is that you can't use the mouse in the menus. Bit of a pain, but hey, it's okay. We'll go back to the old school method of using the cursor keys. Now, you might notice this in 720p. It's okay, guys, don't worry about that. We'll be able to change it in the option. No, never mind. No, we won't, because we didn't bother to do that. So, on my wonderful monitors, they have this tendency of putting 720p in this small kind of boxy window in the center of the screen. So, I'm having this wonderful experience here. It reminds me of my earlier years, where I played games on a very small portable television. This is essentially the experience I'm currently getting here. But it's okay, I can turn cutscenes off, tutorials, vibration, bearing in mind there's no controller plugged in at this point, and camera shake. Let's turn that off, because that is guaranteed to be terrible. I shall press the ever-so-useful L button in order to exit and apply my changes. Naturally, what other button would you possibly use? Let's check out the controls, shall we? Well, you can do local co-op in this, and by local, some people seem to keep getting that wrong. Local is actually on the same computer, it's not LAN, so there is no form of network play available. Alright, W, S, A, and D. Attack is J, K, deflect is space, evade is L, and function is H. Why H? Of all the buttons, like, I have spare fingers. Why would you have H? H isn't even close to any of those things. Alright, we'll try it with the keyboard, and we'll see what happens. I have this horrible feeling it's not going to work out very well. Alright, let's give it a shot. Kung Fu Strike! These are the cutscenes, one assumes. Behold, the terrible text! What? One assumes that that represents one person or the other. You can't even read that! It's like someone posted a JPEG on the internet, downloaded it, and re-encoded it as a JPEG 500 times until they eventually created the most artifacted thing known to man. Alright, here we go. Well, it's not a bad-looking game by the looks of it. Okay, so J, K, and L. Right, I can cope with this. This should be absolutely fine. Or alternatively, you can use the 360 pad, which makes infinitely more sense. But you know what? It's a PC game, so I demand to be able to use the keyboard. Alright. Well, let us do some Kung Fu striking, one assumes. Striking of Kung Fu. Could that look any more like Street Fighter? One has to wonder. It's like, yes, that looks astonishingly similar to things I've seen before, but funnily enough, after all of that BS, this is actually kind of fun. Even with the keyboard, it's sort of playable. I mean, obviously I can only move in 8 different directions, but I'm not actually doing anything. Like, I'm sort of pressing random buttons over and over again, and everything is falling over, and gold is exploding, and I think there's about 5 rice balls on the floor. This is an authentic Kung Fu experience. This is actually not terrible, surprisingly enough. Oh. Engage the heavy guitar music. There is a boss on the screen, ergo it is required. I shall use a chi move. I barely even touch the floor half the time, it's quite funny. Alright, so looks like this might be one of those kind of Dynasty Warrior style games where only the bosses are actually any threat of any description. Cue the angry Dynasty Warriors fanboys claim, oh, Dynasty Warriors 7 Extreme Tactics Gaiden Edition is slightly more challenging than that. Alright, guys, alright. Whoa, okay. Okay, so I guess I'm punching it again, then. Yes, evading stuff using only the keyboard is a little bit tricky because you don't have that full range of motion you'd have with an analog stick. It's not astonishingly easy. There we go, and that breaks the guard, and then you punch the crap out of them over and over and over again. That's essentially the gist of the title. It's not bad. It really isn't. Like, the brawling actually feels quite good and relatively responsive and suitably over the top to the point where it's kind of amusing. I think that's a basket of rice balls. There we go. Basket of rice balls has been acquired. It's not exactly what I'd call difficult, at least at the start, but, you know. I seem to be able to take a bunch of damage and not actually evade anything at all and still be okay because the enemies literally piss rice balls. You run at them, that might be garlic, actually. Never mind, that probably is something entirely different. And what appears to be some kind of candied banana. Can I just, like, walk out of the stage? No. No, it's not gonna let me do... But I didn't press H! Alright, there we go. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Wow, this astonishingly reminds me of Street Fighter all the time. Alright, so I guess it's a break. So we get to buy some moves and power-ups. Those aren't moves. Those are power-ups. We want either of those things. I have not enough money for any of them, so who cares? Equipment. Alright, so what can I gear myself up with? Lightning Fist, which I already have. A Herb of Life, one assumes... Oh, okay, so that makes it even easier. It's just buying a life, essentially. Yes, I would love to equip it. Thank you very much, game, for asking. My army? I'm kind of curious as to what that's all about. Alright, should we up the difficulty a bit? Yeah, let's do that. See how it turns out. The astonishing cutscenes. Oh, God, that text. Alright, we're skipping through that. Let's beat up some more dudes. Well, all credit to the game. It runs at a very solid 120 frames per second without any real problem whatsoever. And it's actually kind of fun, and surprisingly enough, it does sort of work with the keyboard, even though it's not optimal. Press J, hold J to use a snap attack. I thought I was holding J to use a snap attack. Camera's a bit weird at times. There we go. Okay, so now we can beat him up more by bashing yet more buttons, which is totally fine as far as I'm concerned. Ooh, this guy actually hurts an awful lot. Run around until I get a little bit of health back. There we go. It's not bad. It's sort of almost anyway, channels the spirit of God Hand. It turns out hard mode is genuinely very difficult. There you go. Yes. Tap space at the right time to deflect. Alright. And then you can beat the snot out of them, turn it around, reverse it, and then kick them in the head. As with most brawlers, it is rather repetitive, to say the least, but it's enjoyably repetitive. Aside from the fact that it's obviously... They didn't even bother trying to upgrade it for PC in any way. At least the game sort of works, which is always nice to see, and it's actually fun to play. More than I could say for most games that are badly ported like that. Well, I guess that wasn't the right time, and it turns out hard mode is genuinely hard. Well, there you go. That's nice to know. Let's put it on normal then, shall we? I'm half tempted to switch over to controls at this point, but actually, surprisingly, the keyboard seems to work for the most part anyway. It just makes you feel a bit awkward every now and again. It does say hold J to use a snap attack, but it doesn't tell you what J actually does. Aside from doing a snap attack, what is a snap attack? Who the balls actually knows? Is there any actual reason to do it? Unfortunately, also, the dodging is a little bit unresponsive. Like, the time that I wanted to use the dodge, I wasn't able to do that. So I think at that point, you've got to kind of use deflect. There we go. Let's do a little bit of juggling. Every day I'm juggling. I'd be lying if I said that wasn't kind of fun. I'm hitting the K button. Why? Oh, never mind. There we go. Okay. Okay, that's the snap attack. There we go. Now that works fine. Okay, I think I kind of get it now. If you hold it at just the right time, it breaks through blocks and does a bunch of combos, so that's kind of nice. There we go. There's the deflection once again. This is actually kind of an elegant little combat system. I mean, it's fairly simplistic, but it's fun. It actually has a reasonable degree of flow to it, which I'm quite surprised by. I don't think I was really expecting that. That camera, though. Oh, that camera. There we go. Yeah, have some of that. This guy can really counter you horribly. There we go. There's the deflect. Oh. Alright, well, things are going alright, I guess. They really went over the top with this game, and I actually really appreciate that. Obviously, like, nicking style in a fairly significant amount from Street Fighter with the whole ink thing going on, but I guess, you know, that it's not like that's an original style per se. And stylistically, obviously, it's got a lot of basis in history, but I don't know, this is not terrible, although admittedly I think I'll probably have more fun on the parts which aren't boss, yes, obviously. But as with most brawlers, they tend to work a hell of a lot better when you're not actually fighting a boss. They tend to be much better when you're fighting a bunch of goons and you want to kick the crap out of them. The game just seems to be a bunch of linked scenes, so you get into the scene, you beat the level, you go on to the next level. It's not bad. I mean, it's currently $8, I believe. It's got a 20% off starting sale, and it's got this whole score attack going on with it. You know, so there are actually times when it's nice to be pleasantly surprised. I wonder if there's actually any weapons in this game. That would make things rather interesting. Oh, apparently I suck. Thanks, game. All right. I am absolutely terrible, it seems. I'm tempted to redo that level again, but I'd like to show you some more stuff. Let's not play it on hard. I really don't know what my army is. I'm very curious to know. It doesn't seem to tell you in any way, but I guess we'll discover that sooner rather than later. Is there any new equipment there that I don't already have? No. Straight up, no. Okay, let's just move on to the next stage then. Or Kung Fu Strike! Into the Zen room we go. This will be anything but Zen, I would imagine. Ow, he's hitting me with sticks! There's nothing Zen about that. Nothing whatsoever. There we go, there's the deflection. I don't know, there's something about juggling someone in the air for an extended period of time that really does give me a sense of joy when it comes to gaming. I think this is what gaming's all about right there, the silliness. Plus the amount of combos that you can very easily link together. It's not a difficult game to link combos together at all and to get aerial juggles, so there's definitely some appreciation for that, I think. There you go, have some of that. Unfortunately, as I said, the dodge move is really not very responsive, so it seems like deflect is far more effective than evade would ever be. There we go. Oh, a deflect. There it is. I say that, but I don't really know how precise the deflect is either. Maybe I'm just doing it wrong. Ah! Definitely not quite being as quick as I could. But there we go. I mean, I timed that to try and do a deflect. Now it works, but obviously I guess it doesn't work in midair. Still, though, I mean, I'm not really looking for an insanely precise brawler game. What I'm looking for is just a little bit of fun, and I can kick people into orbit, and they bleed rice balls. That's what I want from a Kung Fu game. I think, actually, that should just be a standard feature for every Kung Fu game ever. This is actually kind of fun. Oh, you know, after the nightmares of Prototype 2, it's actually nice to be pleasantly surprised by something. It's kind of opposite to what I saw in Prototype, actually, because in Prototype, it seemed to have a good start. Like, the options menu had everything I wanted from it. It's like, oh, you know, maybe this will be a good PC port, and then it turned out being completely abysmal. But here, it's like, oh, this looks like a really bad port. And then you play it, it's like, well, aside from the resolution problems, it's actually pretty awesome. Alright. I'm gonna beat up some more dudes, thank you very much. Oh, deflect. And that. Stop hitting me with the stick! The hell is wrong with you? What would cause you to do such things? There's nothing zen about your actions whatsoever. Okay, there we go. And there's the deflection. Ooh, I want to actually hold to get one of those really fast strikes on that guy. Kick him in the face. Juggle him against the wall, because why the hell not? It's just like, there's no way in a million years anyone could float like that, but... You know what? This would actually rock in co-op. It's kind of a shame that... Oh, now I have air deflect. It's actually a move. All right, so cool. I take back the earlier complaint then. It looks like those concerns I had are actually unlockable moves later on, so that's not too bad. You know, this would actually be a lot of fun with a friend. This gives me that nice nostalgic feeling for stuff like Golden Axe and the Streets of Rage, only in this little 3D room. It's like, we're not going to bother with extended cutscenes or anything like. Hell, you could turn cutscenes off in the options menu. This is just a game about punching people. I can definitely appreciate that. All right. Oh, it even demonstrates the moves quite nicely with a nice little ink style going on right there. Okay, so I can actually do an air deflect. Yeah, I'm having that, absolutely. There we go, that fixes one of the main problems that I had. And we can continue on, and there's nothing in equipment, so let's do another stage, because this is actually kind of great. Alright, onward with more Kung Fu Strike! They definitely need to fix that. They really do. Looks like someone's bad GeoCities page. Alright, I guess we're actually doing a two-dimensional thing now. That's neat. It's cool that it changes perspective. I'm not sure if I'm... there we go. No, I'm clearly timing this incorrectly. Wow, this guy's quick. Okay. There you go. Now the comeback begins. Juggle him some more. Oh, he is not messing around. No siree. Oh, I missed the chi move. How very unfortunate. Break him. Break his face. Juggle him against the non-existent barrier. The invisible wall. 15-hit combos. Yes. And the cheesy music in the background just adds to it. It's like... this game would have been a bestseller if it had come out in 1997. It really would have. Oh my god. No, you cannot block... now he tells me you cannot block low attack. Well, I guess I'm going to die horribly then. Alright, let's try it again. I will not be defeated. My Kung Fu strike is superior, clearly. This is very much a B-movie game, and I just have this kind of lurid fascination with them. Games that do one thing very, very well and are absolutely worthless in every other aspect. Yeah, that's something I could definitely see the appeal of. Kick him in the face! Kick him in the face! No. And it's cool that they just try and throw a little bit of variety in there. It's got good pacing to it. There's the deflect. Alright. And try to aerial deflect. I'm not sure if we got that. There we go. Ah! Yes, 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 yes. Dodge out of the way of that. I really should be using evade more, actually, because at least evade here, you can only go left and right, so you can actively get out of the way. Oh, come on. That's cheesy. I guess if he's got an exclamation mark above his head, he's going to do something horrible to me. So you should have to evade out of the way of that. It's relatively challenging as well, especially for a game that's currently playing in normal mode. Hard mode just kicked my ass the first time I tried that. Oh yes, there we go, there's the chi move. The game's surprisingly smooth, it's very fluid, it's got this nice little style to it. It's, let's stop trying to block that move, good god, why? Oh yeah, I'm so horribly dead now. Alright. There's the deflection. Good, good, good. That's what we're talking about. Ah! Alright, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Yes! That's the J button, yes. And the... no! Ah! There we go. I'll show him a little bit of my Kung Fu hustle. And steal all of your small, shiny party hats that you appear to be dropping right here. There we go, folks. Kung Fu Strike. I'm kind of surprised. I hope they patch it to fix the resolution thing, but I am truly shocked that this game actually doesn't suck. I guess that's what you get for prejudging a book by its cover. Currently available on Steam, folks, for the low price of $8. Multiplayer is local only, so if you have a friend, you can plug a pad in or split the keyboard up. It even binds the keys in such a way that you use the numpad if you happen to be player 2. Not bad at all. I wonder if there's any more information into how to play, because I'd quite like to know what the army thing is all about, but I don't think it actually tells you. No, unfortunately, it would not appear that it does, unless it's on the next page. No, no, nope. Okay. I have no idea what my army is, folks. Not a bloody clue, but whatever the case. Kung Fu Strike. Cheap, cheerful, and actually kind of fun. By Qooc Soft. My name has been Totalbiscuit, and I'll see you next time.